Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanishalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet. In this session, we'll be discussing from the 38th verse of the 9th chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, continuing the prayers by Bhishma Deva. Shita Vishikha Hato Vishirna Damshaha Kshataja Paripluta Atatayino Me Prasabham Abhisasara Madvadartham Sabhavatu Me Bhagavan Gatir Mukundaha. The meaning of this verse is, may he, Lord Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead who awards salvation, be my ultimate destination. On the battlefield, he charged me as if angry because of the wounds dealt by my sharp arrows. His shield was scattered and his body was smeared with blood due to the wounds. So this whole description, we should remember that exchange between Bhishma and Krishna is exchange between the Lord and his beloved devotee. Krishna's form is completely transcendental. There is no possibility of any injury for Krishna's transcendental body. But apparently it looked like Bhishma's arrows were striking Krishna's body, and there were some wounds because of the arrow piercing the body. It is actually a Leela of the Lord, because Bhishma relates with Krishna in the Virya Rasa relationship. So therefore this show of apparently Bhishma injuring or making wounds on the body of Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada explains this in the purport. The dealings of Lord Krishna and Bhishma Deva on the battlefield of Kurukshetra are interesting because the activities of Lord Sri Krishna appeared to be partial to Arjuna and at enmity with Bhishma Deva. But factually, all this was especially meant to show special favor to Bhishma Deva, a great devotee of the Lord. You see? For a common man, the battle is going on between Pandavas and Kauravas. They are enemies. Krishna is on the side of the Pandavas and Bhishma is on the side of the Kauravas. So Krishna, Bhishma are enemies for a common man's understanding. But the confidential understanding is Krishna is a Supreme Lord and his beloved devotees, Arjuna and Bhishma, both are there on the battlefield. So Krishna, by his inconceivable potency, he is able to show favor, special favor to Bhishma, while at the same time protecting Arjuna completely, because Arjuna is his devotee also. So Srila Prabhupada says, the astounding feature of such dealings, it is between the Lord and his devotees, that a devotee can please the Lord by playing the part of an enemy. See the wonderful description here, that a devotee is serving the Lord by becoming the Lord's enemy. The Lord, being absolute, can accept service from his pure devotee even in the garb of an enemy. Devotee, whatever role he plays, Krishna can accept the service because it is with devotion. A devotee serves Krishna always with devotion. Krishna wants that bhakti. Whether somebody serves Krishna as an enemy or as a friend, in any capacity. The Supreme Lord cannot have any enemy, nor can a so-called enemy harm Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is Ajita, or unconquerable. He is infinitely powerful. And everyone else is, if at all they have any power, that is given by Krishna, and it is very, very, very insignificant power that jivas have. So how can Krishna's life be in danger? Krishna is immortal, Krishna is unconquerable, Krishna has infinite power. So this should always be remembered. Don't make the mistake of making material calculations and thinking that Krishna's life was in danger. No. But still, Krishna's pastimes are such that he takes pleasure when his pure devotee beats him like an enemy or rebukes him from a superior position. Although no one can be superior to the Lord. In Krishna's dealings with his devotees, when Krishna assumes the inferior position, Krishna doesn't become inferior. He remains the Supreme Lord. Just like Mother Yashoda sometimes scolds Krishna. So Krishna is a small child, begins to cry, apparently being very much affected by Yashoda's scolding. But actually, has Krishna's position changed? He appears to be in an inferior position as a small child, helpless child, but actually he is the Supreme Lord. And Yashoda is always the devotee who out of love wants to serve Krishna as a mother. It is a loving exchange between Krishna and his devotee. So this is not easily understood by everyone. Only a devotee can understand this confidential dealings of the Lord with his devotees on the platform of pure love. Mind you, these exchanges are simply happening out of the Lord's love for his devotee and the devotee's love for the Lord. These are some of the transcendental reciprocatory dealings of the devotee with the Lord. Bhagavatam is the particular exclusive literature which is telling us about pure devotional service. That's why it's called Amala Purana. The entire subject matter of the Bhagavatam is only this pure devotional service and nothing else. There is nothing about karma, jnana, ashtanga yoga. No, it's only pure devotional service. Because throughout the Bhagavatam, the description is of the Supreme Lord and his interactions with his pure devotees. He has innumerable devotees, and particularly Bhagavatam describes the transcendental activities which are completely free from any material contamination. Those who have no information of pure devotional service cannot penetrate into the mystery of such dealings. So, we have to hear this Bhagavatam from the pure devotee Bhagavata. Bhagavatam has to be learned from a Bhagavata. Those who know the mystery of such dealings, only they can explain properly, like Prabhupada is explaining for us. The purports, elaborate purports Prabhupada has written, is to help us understand what is the nature of pure devotional service. Bhishma Deva played the part of a valiant warrior, and he purposely pierced the body of the Lord so that to the common eyes, it appeared that the Lord was wounded. I've already explained this point. But factually, all this was to bewilder the non-devotees. Non-devotees always think that the devotees are sentimental people who think that Krishna is some supreme God. No, it is not the devotee's sentimental feeling because of which Krishna is considered as the supreme. No, Krishna's supremacy is eternally true under all circumstances. He remains the Supreme Lord always. In the material world, in the spiritual world, before the creation, during the maintenance, during destruction, after the destruction. He is always the Supreme Lord. That's his unique position. Eternally true. So what happens to Krishna's position? Nothing happens to his position. But as part of his pastimes, he assumes different forms, he has different interactions, different types of reciprocation with his beloved pure devotees. Only with his pure devotees he has these exchanges. And the non-devotees are always bewildered when Krishna appears in any incarnation. The non-devotees are bewildered. They can't make out who is this Krishna. Because they make material calculations and think, oh, Krishna is an ordinary person. But some actions of Krishna prove even to the non-devotees that Krishna is not an ordinary person. Indra, he sent torrential rain, devastating rainfall. That's the correct explanation, description. Devastating rainfall in Vrindavan. And Krishna simply lifted the Govardhan hill and held it up like an umbrella to protect the inhabitants against devastating rainfall. So then Indra came to his senses. Oh, who is this small boy? He is my Lord. He is my master. He is a supreme personality of Godhead. I am foolishly thinking he is an ordinary boy. So, every time a non-devotee or even sometimes the devatas, they mistake Krishna to be an ordinary person or a person of this world, Krishna proves to them by his actions that he is the ultimate controller, supremely powerful personality of Godhead. The all-spiritual body of the Supreme Lord cannot be wounded. This we should always remember. Never forget this. And a devotee cannot become the enemy of the Lord. Bhishma Deva cannot become the enemy. Had it been so, Bhishma Deva would not have desired to have the very same Lord as the ultimate destination of his life. What is the prayer here? Sabhavatu me Bhagavan gatir mukundaha. That very Lord who on the battlefield was on the opposite side, enemy side. May that Lord, Bhagavan Mukundaha, be my ultimate destination. Had Bhishma Deva been an enemy of the Lord, Lord Krishna could have annihilated him even without moving. Does Krishna require to take one wheel of a chariot, break his promise, get down from the chariot and attack Bhishma? Is it necessary for Krishna, the Supreme Lord, to do that? No. So there was no need to come before Bhishma Deva with blood and wounds. But he did so because the warrior devotee wanted to see the transcendental beauty of the Lord decorated with wounds created by a pure devotee. Krishna is beautiful regardless of the form he assumes. Now this is the form he has assumed for the sake of his devotee. And this form is also very, very beautiful, especially for Bhishma Deva. So, Bhishma Deva is adoring that very scene where Krishna appeared in front of Bhishma with wounds and carrying a weapon to attack Bhishma. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.